But now we're going to dive deeper into the red man and the blue lady. This was not the first diagram that was discovered, but it makes it the easiest to study first because it makes it easy to remember the principles of Dien Chan. This diagram is very symbolic, very, very symbolic. We have Yang, which is represented by the red. So Yang is going to give you that embodiment of red, fire, heat, warm, dry, versus Yin is represented by the blue lady, the feminine, the cold, wet, hydrating, dispersing. You will also see that the yin is facing upwards and the yin is facing upwards and the yang is facing downwards. So if you've ever seen the yin-yang symbol, you see that the yin englobes the yang. The hot coal is covered by ash. So yin and yang are always, in some ways, together. It's that dynamic balance that we're looking for and looking to achieve. The yang energy of the man is going back to the earth, which is yin, and the yin energy woman is going up to the sky, which is yang. So it's very symbolic for that. It does not mean that we only treat males on the red man. It does not mean that we treat females on the blue lady. It doesn't even have anything to do with sex whatsoever or gender whatsoever. It is symbolic in nature. Okay? And it is also the logo of the Viet Yi Dao Center. Okay? The circle would be the yin, the square would be the yang. Professor Cho was always about finding the yin in the yang, and everything that you look at, everything that is aesthetically pleasing to the eye will generally have a combination of yin and yang. And the lotus is there for the representation for the Vietnam. Okay, so we've already kind of discussed a little bit about this with the yin and the yang body. So the yin is represented by the blue lady. The yang is represented by the red man. It is not sex-based, but symbolic. Aesthetics is very important in Dien Chan. If you were to ask him, how do you use the tools? He would say, just make it elegant. That's how you use the tools. So if your movements look jagged and rough, he would say that that's wrong. So your movements and how you work with the face is like a sculptor. It's like art, and everything is to be in those elegant aesthetic gestures. The other reason why we use this map and to show you as we layer the map of fixed points is to help you understand that zones are not better than points and points are not better than zones. It still tends to be one of the main things that I talk to people about is that they want to move to points, BQC fixed points, so fast that they forget the value of the reflex areas and the reflex zones. And when I fell into the same traps, absolutely. But we really need to make sure that we understand the value of both. Now here, the reason why we don't layer them on top is actually because not all points are going to correspond to all diagrams. How he was able to discover the diagrams was through some points, and it's more like a constellation, right? When you look up at the stars, you look at the Big Dipper, you only see the conjoining points. You don't see the entire cup and the entire handle. You only see the points that connect it. And so that's why we are going to study the reflex diagrams first, because it will make it much easier to remember the points.